Guys, I am getting so close to finishing valuing my toy collection for the toy museum. This is what it looks like right now. You see, it's just a mess. I'm going to value a lot of little stuff today. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum. So it's finally happened. I've bought a building, and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection, and then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of valuing my toy collection and value some toys. Start with some tiny toys. We have a little LOL baby. She's worth about $2, and a little Woodsy or Calico critter worth $1. A Moana Lego figure is worth $5, and a Magic Mixie's worth about $4. Then I have this set of 3 dolls from Monster High and Rainbow High, and Nude. They're worth about $20 for the set of all three. And look, I found these Clausen jelly beans I had on the counter. They're really good. Alright, then I got this at the Goodwill for $6, but it's a big basket of seaweeds that go in an aquarium tank. But I'm going to use them in my SpongeBob exhibit, and they're worth about $12. I had this Paw Patrol mermaid I got at a garage sale for like a quarter, and it's worth $25. Got a Barbie Western Squishmallow worth about $10, and a Kelly Mermaid worth about $4. Got a little LOL couch worth about $4, and a Cookies piece of toast worth about $5. Got this LOL mermaid doll for about a quarter at a garage sale. It's worth about $8. Then I got about 5 of these little LOL dolls and a bunch of accessories, and probably worth about $17 for all of it. Maybe a little bit more than that. And a little Magic Mixie's worth about $4. This for a quarter each. This M&M ornament is vintage, and it's worth about $10 at least. And then I got this cute little aerobic pig. She's worth about $5. And then I got this rare strawberry shortcake ornament worth at least $10. Got a couple princesses there worth $3 each, and a Ryan's World figure worth about $4. And then some random Happy Meal toys worth about $2. And then this little vintage pig figure. I thought he was Little People, but he's not. He's still worth about $5. And the Fisher Price Little People Tigger is worth $10. Alright, then I found this. It's my Olaf mascot costume, but he's so dirty, so I'm not going to value him. Hopefully I can save him. I found these 2 giant sock monkeys in the attic. I'm going to wash them up, but they're worth $20 each. Then these little beaded fruits we have, they're worth about $10 for the set. Somebody spent a lot of time making those. Got a little Captain America ornament for your Christmas tree worth about $6, and a My Little Pony figure that's worth $5. And this cool little handmade angel is worth about $12. I love her. And then I got this Victorian lady for $4 at a garage sale, and she's worth about $15. Then I found a couple more tins in the attic I decided to keep. I got this cream crackers tin. It's worth about $10. And this Maxwell House coffee tin is worth about $8. And I found a huge tote of Happy Meal toys. I cannot wait to go through these. I'm going to say it's worth about $100 for the tote because I know it's at least 100 figures in there. But I think it's worth a lot more than that. But I'm going to say $100 for the video. And I can't wait to go through it all. I'll keep what I want, like that ET I'm keeping. And I'll just bag up the stuff and sell that I don't want at our flea market booth. And then I found this tote. I'm going to value it at about $50, but it's full of doll clothes and Groovy Girls furniture. It's probably worth more than $50, but I don't want to go through all of it right now, so we're going to say about $50 to make it easy. So many totes and boxes of plush up in the attic. We'll start with this one, this little cat laying down. It's worth about $5. Then we got a little Ty Fox. He doesn't have a tag, so he's probably only worth about $4 without the tag, but he's a big one. And then we've got, oh, he's messed up. We won't be able to keep him. The mice did get a few things up here. All right, we have Rocky the Squirrel from Bullwinkle. He's worth about $12. And then from Bullwinkle, we have Natasha. She's worth about $12. And then we have the Fearless Leader from Bullwinkle, also worth about $12. Let's see what else we got in here. We got an old Cookie Monster plush. He's worth about $6. And let's see what else we have. We probably won't keep that one. Here's Bullwinkle. He's worth about $12. Got to clean his face up a little bit, though. And we've got some random puppets down here. Let's see what we have. Several little puppets. A lot of little puppets. Oh, we've got a Webkins, like a lionfish. He's pretty cool. He's worth about $10. And then, let's see, we've got this vintage firefighter puppet. He's probably worth about $15, and all the other ones are worth about $12 total. Got a Curious George plush monkey, and he is worth about $15. And then this cute little Cole's Care duck is worth about $3, but I just kept it because it's so cute. And then this is pretty cute. This is called a Bubblegums Bod Pink Bunny, worth about $12. I'm glad the mice didn't get all this good stuff. And then this is the fish from Shark Tales. And the fish is probably worth about $15. This vintage Spuds McKenzie plush dog is worth about $10. I think that came from the fair. And let's see what else we have. We have a Lorax plush. He's worth about $7. He's very soft. And then we have a plaid little Scooby-Doo. He's worth about $7. A lot of people collect Scooby-Doo. And then we have Fievel Goes West from American Tail, worth at least $20. He's a good quality heavy one. And then we have this snail. I looked him up because he was so cute, and he's worth about $20. I was kind of shocked at that. Some people had him going for like $30, so it's kind of collectible. Just never know it's going to be worth money. All right, this little rabbit puppet's really funny. He's probably worth about $5. And then this little poodle, I don't know where she came from. She's probably worth about $3. And then we have one of the fox. This fox is from Bratz from 2004, worth $15. And then we have the blue one named Carly Sue from Bratz from 2004, worth $20. This Roadrunner, I got to repair his foot, but I'm going to save him. So it'll be worth about $3 with the repair. I'm just going to get some red felt. Got this giant Sky plush from Paw Patrol, and she's probably worth about $15. And then we have a Lacoste limited edition bear worth about $15. All right, we have Pepe Le Pew. He's worth about $12 from Warner Brothers. And then we have a Timon from Lion King, worth about $10. Then we have this cute toddler-like Winnie the Pooh. He's worth about $15. All right, we've got a Donald Duck for Easter, worth about $12. And we've got a Sylvester as a jester, worth about $10. And then we have Marvin the Martian. And I love Marvin the Martian. He's worth about $15. And then we have this red and pink Minnie Mouse. And she's probably worth about $8. Have this U-Haul plush truck. It's kind of hard to find. It's worth about $15. So much in this box. All right, this is a Barbie cat. It's huge, and it's worth at least $25. We've got this little dragon. I'm probably going to sell him at the estate sale. We've got this. This is called a Stuffies. It's a dragon. You stuff all kinds of stuff in. It's worth about $15. Yeah, I'll probably estate sell this one. If they're not super collectible, I try not to keep them. And I can't keep everything, even though I'm tempted sometimes. So I'll have to let some of them go. But I'll definitely keep the Stuffies because that's kind of name brand. All right, I've got some more little random stuff I just picked up at Walmart clearance. This is a Pokemon Venusaur. I got it on clearance for $10, and the cheapest it goes for on eBay is $30. Then I got these Simpson characters on clearance for $2.50 each, and they're worth about $15 each. And I don't know if they'll ever really go up in value more than $15 each, but that's probably what they'll stay at. So that's a pretty good deal, just spending $2.50. All right, I got this Superman pack of figures. It's like the Superman versus the villains for $4. It's worth $12, and then the single figure was $4, and he's worth about $13. Then I got these blind bags from Moana 2 for $2.50 each, and these are probably worth about $6 each. This huge box of Star Wars Lego with all these little miniature figures on clearance for $20, and it's selling on eBay right now for $55, but I bet it's going to go up in value with that many figures inside, so I feel like I got a good deal there. I got these Tsum Tsums at Walmart. I took the boxes. They're worth about $6 for both of them, and all these little Tsum Tsums are on sale for $1 each on clearance. They're worth about $5 each. And I got this little Paw Patrol Marshall. He's worth about $6. And here's a little Superman Crypto Mini Chomper worth about $8. He was $2 on clearance. And then I have this Marc Jacobs Daisy perfume bottle. It's probably worth about $20. That's my favorite perfume bottle. All right, I went to a garage sale and got this multicolored salt rock for $5. It's worth about $10. This Elena of Avalar Scholar is worth $5. And these little candy Christmas balls are worth about $3 for this set. Got a couple Paw Patrol cards worth about $3 each. And then I got an ambulance from Disney Cars movie for about 50 cents. It's worth $15. It's pretty collectible. I did good on that. And got this little PJ Masks Lionel Lizard. He's worth $5. And a incredible Jack figure worth $4. And a Monster High Count Fabulous Bat is worth $6. A little LOL figure is worth about $3. And these miscellaneous figures are worth about $1 each. And the Fisher-Price Little People Wonder Woman Invisible Jet's worth $9. Gotta love a good garage sale. And I went and met a lady on Facebook Marketplace because she had a Nana's Family Sid and Vera's Night Out set. And she sold it to me for $39, and it's worth about $125. And I have a full set of Nana's Family. I love them. Here's a LOL doll, a regular size one. It's probably worth about $5. And then a Disney Descendants doll, an Audrey doll, worth about $20. And this vintage Barbie's worth about $6. I got all this off Whatnot. It just came in the mail. Got 3 little Kelly dolls here worth about $6. And 2 of these little Kelly cars, they're worth about $6 each. I love Whatnot, but I'm trying to stay off of it. This little Donald Duck figure is worth about $2. A PJ Masks figure is worth about $3. This Harry Potter Funko figure bobblehead is worth about $7. And this little Tinkerbell, she's worth $7 also. And then I got this little Barbie Christmas ornament. She's worth about $3. And then I got 3 Fisher-Price Little People. One of them's a koala bear. And these are worth at least $3 each. So that's about $9 more to add to our total. And I got about 4 of these little Disney 100. It's the second set with the blue bottom. I figure they're worth about probably $2 for the set. And I got a couple of the Paw Patrol figures. These are kind of rare. These are worth about $6 each. And let's see what else I got. I got a full set of Toy Story figures. I'm just going to say about $20 for all of these Toy Story figures. And then the Elsa figure, about $4. But I probably paid $2 for this whole bag of figures from Whatnot. But if you add each one up as $2 or $3 each, it's easily worth $20. All right, I got another set of those McDonald's Happy Meal toys of the Hello Kitty Ninja Turtle collab, worth about $12 for the set. And this little bag of a LOL doll with tons of accessories is worth about $6. And then I got the cottage from Wish, and it's worth about $6. And then I got a couple of vintage Barbie Happy Meal toys. One's worth $4, and then the other one's worth $3. And I got the 2-headed dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. It's worth about $20. And I got it for $2 off Whatnot. Pretty good deal. Not gonna lie, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to save this stuff or not because it was so dirty from the mice in the attic. But I gave it all a good wash and most of it came clean, so I'm able to save it. This Build-A-Bear bear from 2019 is worth about $10. He almost got thrown away. And then this Dole Bobby the Banana, he's worth about $8. They're so clean and they smell good now. Take that, you bad mice. This little pink dog, he's worth about $1. He's a carnival win. I just didn't want to get rid of him. I remember him as a teenager. And this little FedEx Melissa and Doug bear is worth about $5. And then I saved all these little TY dolls. They were so filthy. I didn't think I was going to be able to save them, but luckily I did. There's 9 of them. They're worth about $5 each, so that's $45 for all of those. So glad I was able to save these. And then the bigger ones, I was able to save 4 of them. I think I had to throw 2 or 3 away, but these are also worth about $5 each, so that's $20 more. Little dragons worth about $8. And then we've got these little bitty things. This is one of those Among Us characters. It's a Pikachu. It's worth about $12. And then we've got a couple random McDonald Happy Meal toys. This set of 3 is probably worth about $6. And then we've got some little Bluey figures. They're worth about $6 for the set. A Kristoff Fisher-Price Little Person is worth $5. A little wind-up sloth, about $1. Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph Funko figure is worth about $10. And then we have a Funko Iron Man. He's worth about $5. And then we have Cindy from Yogi Bear. She's worth about $8. Got a Peter Rabbit movie cup, probably worth about $6. Doesn't have a top. And then a Star Wars movie cup with the top is worth more like $10. We've got a whole set of these little crowns that I picked up for a couple dollars each. I think they're super cute. And this whole set is probably worth about $20. There's 8 small crowns. And then I picked up this little Elvis cars, Disney cars, and it's worth at least $30. And I got a vintage bag of grapes worth about $4. In our last little bit, we've got this plush mermaid with a sequin bottom, probably worth about $5. Got this little gnome, probably worth about $1. Got another Kelly mermaid worth about $4. Bruno from Encanto worth about $3. And a couple Coco Melon cars worth about $4 each. So with our previous 504 episodes of Value of My Toy Collection, our collection was worth $1,308,430. Now with this episode, with all of our miscellaneous stuff, we can add another $1,681 to our grand total. So that means for episode 505 of Value of My Toy Collection, our new grand total is $1,310,111. I always wanted to say I had $1 million toy collection, and now I can finally say it. But I'm not really a millionaire. I'm just a guy with a lot of toys. I've been saving these toys all my life, going to garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores, toy stores, and just looking online, and it's just accumulated to this big old total. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I am making them. I like to see what I have and what it's actually worth, and it's just a great way for me to inventory this collection. I'm also putting all the toys on our Facebook page so you can see them up close and slower. It's called the Toy Vault of Mississippi. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please think about doing so because it certainly helps us grow. So until our next video, we will see you then.